Hi everyone, my name is Andy Robertshaw. Today I'm going to be going through Daily Killer Sudoku puzzle number 31796. That's 31796. So today is Tuesday the 21st of July 2026. I believe this is yesterday's level 9 puzzle. It's a standard Killer Sudoku as opposed to a greater than, but let's get cracking. So 15 cage there must be 6, 9 or 7, 8. 5 cage there is 1, 4 or 2, 3. 6 cage there, 1, 5 or 2, 4, and another 6 cage there, 1, 5 or 2, 4. I've got 23 between those two cages, so to make up the 45, those three must add up to 22. So basically nothing less than 5 there. So 5, 8, 9 or 6, 7, 9. A 13 cage there. Are all the options still available on that one? I could have 4 and 9 there, which would make that one a 9 and that one a 6, because they add up to 22. They need a 9. If I've got 5 and 8, I could have 6, 7, 9. I've got 6, 7, 9 for my 22 here, but that's fine. And if I've got 6 and 7 there, I got 5, 8, 9 there. 5, 8, 9 there. In fact, I couldn't have 6 or 7 there. If I got 6, 7 there, I know that these 22 are 5, 8 and 9. So I must have an 8 or 9 there, and I must have a 6 or 7 there. So I can't have 6, 7 there because that just doesn't fit. Right, so with the two options I've got left, 4, 9 there for 9 and 6 there, 5, 8 there, 6, 7, 9, triple there, and just not 7 there because I need the 8 there. Okay, well that's something. 7 cage there, 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4. 8 cage there, 1, 7, 2, 6, 3, 5. I'm going to look. I see in these top 4 rows, I've got 2 columns excluded from cages. I've got 172, which is 8 less than 180. So this plus this must be 8. So this one's going to be the same as this one. But basically, I can't have a 4 there. If this plus this is 8, that can't be a 4. That can't be the 3 that would have gone with it. Sorry, I put 8 in there instead of 7. Should have that. Right. I also couldn't have a 1 there. I'd need a 7 there. That's not possible. So not a 1 there, not the 7 there that would have gone with it. What have I got here? I've got 11, 11, 17 for 29. I've got 16 between those. Okay, don't know. Don't know. Lots of options, I mean. Got 47 there, so this one is 2 more than this one. So this is at least 3. This is at most 7. And I've got 2 24s there for 48, so that is 3 more than that. So that is at most 6, that is at least 4. Right. Let's see, so 16 and 16 is 32, so they're 13 to make it up to 45. I should have a total for those, shouldn't I? I've got 31 and 20, that's 51. So that plus that is 6. So that takes a few options out. So I've got 1, 2, 4, 5. So given that was 3 more than that, I should have 4, 5, 7, 8. Given that is 2 more than that, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay. So I'm going to have a look at this box again now, given I've reduced my options for that one. If my 8 cage is 1, 7, I've got 2 and 3 there. Not a 7 there. Right, okay, that leaves a few options. 2, 6, 1, 4, 5, 8. 7, 9, 3. 2, 6, 1, 4, 5, 8, 7, 9, 3. So 9 there, 6 there, and 7 and 9 there. That seems to fit. So 3, 5, 1, 4. I can't have 3, 5 there because I'd have to have 1, 4 there, and I'm out of options for that 13 cage. So it is 1, 6 or 2, 7. So did I get down to... Can I reduce options anywhere else here? 1, 7, 2, 3. Not 7 there. Or 2, 6, 1, 4, 5, 8, 7. 2, 6, 1, 4, 5, 8, 7. So if I've got 1, 7 there, I can eliminate 7 from that straight away. If I've got 2, 6 there, then that one's a 7. So one of those is a 7. That one's not a 7. That one's not an 8. So if I do have an 8 in this set of 22, it must be in that one. Let's have a look now at the 3 columns like this. I've got 112 there, which is 23 less than 135. So that lot adds up to 123. Or these two are one more than that one. Right. 6, 9. Sorry, 6, 9. I want a total of 7 there. 5, 8. And 7, 9 there. Right. So I've got 26 there, so I have to have a total of 10 there. So 4, 6 or 7, 3. Yeah, I've still got options, so I won't dig any deeper into that one just yet. Let's do this 11k. In fact, I've reduced my options here. Let's come back to this one now. I seem to recall those two on row 4, 172, so that plus that is 8. So that's got to be 1, 2 or 6. I can take out 3, 5 from that, and 4 and 2 that would have gone with it. Right. So those two add up to 8, those two add up to 7. So they're either 1, 6 or 2, 5. I know this one isn't 1 or 2. I've got 1 of 1 and 2 there, 1 of 1 and 2 there. And I know it's not 7 because my 7's in that column as discussed earlier. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 is all I've got left for that one. Right. So that's 29 there, so that plus that plus that is 16. If I include those, that's 47, so these two are 2 more than this one. These two are a maximum of 7, so nothing more than 6 can go in any of those. Let's do the same on this one, 46. So these two are 1 more than that, so 7, 8 or 10. Right, okay. I come up with things, I don't know how useful they're going to be. 2 11 cages there. I can't have 5 and 6 in either of them because they'll take both options for this 7 cage. So 2, 9, 3, 8 or 4, 7 for each of those. Right. Yeah, so that's 2. Have I discussed the total of these yet? I think I will have done. I think I'll have the options in. 146, so that plus that is 11, because 146 is 11 more than 135. So 3, 8, 4, 7, 6, 5, 7, 4. Yeah, so So that's good, but what it also means is that these two add up to 11 and these two add up to 11. I've got three different compositions of the number of 11, here, here, and here. Right. I'm thinking as well, where could I put the 5 could go there. It could be a 2, 5 there, or it could go there. If that's 2 and 5, I can't have 2, 9 in either of those 11 cages. So 2, 5, I've got a 3, 8 and a 4, 7. So 2, 5, 6. I now know the 6 is one of those three. So 2, 5, 6. 3, 8, 4, 7. So that would be 1 and 9. Right. And I have to have 6 there and 8 there, because those two add up to 8. And with 6 and with a 9 there and a 6 there, that would have to be an 8. So 4, 9, 2, 3. 5, 7. Okay. If I've got 1 and 6 there, I'm not eliminating anything further from these 11 cages. So all three possibilities are still there. Right. Okay, well, maybe what I just said will be interesting. We'll see a bit later on. Okay, let's fill in the options for this 10 cage. 1, 9, 3, 7, 2, 8, 4, 6. So something I can say for both sides, if I choose something here, which isn't there, then this number must be one of those two. So only a 4 could be both there and there. So if I've not got 4 there, then whatever number I do have here must be one of those two and in that column there. And likewise here, well, 4 or 5 are the only ones that could go there. If I've got 7 or 8, the 7 or 8 I got must go there and also be in that column. But 7 or 8 there actually gives me 6 and 9. With 7 or 8 there and 7 or 8 there, that 15 cage has to be 6 and 9. So with 7 there, I'd have to have 2, 6 and 9 on the bottom, and 5, 8, and 1, 4 and 3. With 8 there, well, I've got 6 and 9 straight away, and 4, 9. So in fact, not a 9 there. So must have a 9 there that adds up to the 22, and 6 there. So if I got 7 or 8 here, I must have 6 there. Well, let's see what happens if I got 4 or 5. If I got 4 or 5, I've got 4, 5, the other one of 4, 5 there. So that's going to be 2, 3, 1, 7. So I have discovered something interesting. If I've got 7 or 8, so for reasons I discussed earlier, 7, 8 there, 7, 8 there, 6, 9 there. But for different reasons, I discovered the 6 has to go in the bottom. So I'll repeat what I just said. If I've got 7 there, in fact the 6 has to go on the top, doesn't? If I've got 7 there, I've got 2, 6 there. I've got 7 there, so I must have 9 there. and 6 and 7, 9. Right, if I've got 8 there, I've got 8 in there, so 6 and 9, 4, 9, 9 and 6. Right, okay, so with my 7 there, the 6 goes on the bottom. No, my 6 goes on the top, sorry, because I've got 2 and 6 there. Right, apologies for that, big tongue tie. But with 7 or 8 there, I've got 6 and 9 there. With a 4 there, I've got 4, 5 there, 2, 3, 1, 7. 4, 2, 3, 1, 7, 5, 8, 6, 9. So I've also got 6 and 9 there with a 4. 5, 4, 9, 2, 3, 1, 7, 6, 8. Right, with 5 there, I've got 6 and 8 between those two. But once again, with 5 there, I've got 4, 9 there. I couldn't have 8 here because I'd need 7 there and a 9 in one of those. So what I've just been through then, I couldn't have an 8, 7 in this 15 cage, whichever option I've got there, for different reasons. I'll quickly do this one more time. 4 there, 5, 8, not an 8 there. 5 there, 4, 9, 2, 3, 1, 7, 6, 8. But with a 4, 9 there, I need a 9 there and a 6 there, so not 8 there. 7 there, 2, 6, 1, 4, 5, 8, not 8 there, and 8 there is not 8 there straight away. So whichever option I've got there, I know I've got 6 and 9 there. Right, so does that help? It should do. So what could I still have here? With 9 there, I could have 6, 7 or 5, 8. With 6 there, I've got to have 7, 9. Right. Okay. What have I got here? So 26, that plus that plus that is 19. So 4 with 6, 9. 5 with 6, 8. 7, 9, 3. 8, 6, 5. So 4 there would give me 9 and... Yeah, no, 90. So 4, 9, 6. So 6 is an option there. 5, 6, 8. So 6 or 8. 7, 9, 3. 3, 6, 8 or 8, 6, 5. 3, 5, 6 and 8 are my options there to make these add up to 19. So 3, 5, 6, 8. 4 and 9 can go. Right. I'll come back and have a look at these again. So 89, these two are one more than this one. I now know these two are 7 or 10. So 3, 4 for 7, 5, 2, 6, 1 or 6, 4, and 8, 2. I couldn't have a 5 there, though. To make the sum of those 7 or 10, I couldn't have a 5 there, because it won't... I can't have another 5, so that's not a 5 then, and that plus that was 6, so that's not a 1. So this was 3 more than that, so that's not an 8. This was 2 more than this, so that's not a 3. Right. So I can eliminate one of those now as well, can't I? That plus that was 19. So 4, 9, 6, 5, 6, 8. So 6, 8, and 7, 9, 3. 3, 6, 8. So that one can't be a 5 either. Right, so I've got 3, 6, or 8 left in that one. So is there anything else we can do here? 5. If I've got 5, 8 there, let's play this through. 5, 8, not an 8 there, but 6, 7, 9 there. Must have the 9 there. 5, 8, 9, 6, 7, 9. So not 5 there. Right. 5, 8, 9. Okay, well, let's move on. I've reduced that a bit anyway, so that should be good. So that plus that was 11 as well, and there were 3 cages adding up to 11 there. Oh, sorry, 2 cages adding up to 11, and this is yet a different composition of the number 11. Right. So can I rule anything out of there? 9, 6, 1, 7, 2, 3, 8, 4, 9. Also, this plus this would be 10. So it could be 8, 2, or 6, 4. 9, 6, 1, 7, 2, 3. 4, 9. So with a 9 there, not a 9 there, I need 4 and 9 there. So this plus this is 10. It can't be 6, 4. It would have to be 8 and 2. So with a 9 there, I'd have to have 8 plus 2 there. With a 6 there, I need a total of 7, which could be 3, 4, or 6, 1. Can I rule either of those out? So 6, 9, 7, 9 there. So 5, 5, 8. 6, 9, 5, 8. I could have 4 or 7 there. So I've got 7, 9 there. Yeah, I can't see a way to rule anything out of that yet. Right, okay, let's keep going. So there must be some... Got to be something. So one of these total of 6 has to lie inside the 31 cage. Oh. Right, so my total here, I've only got 2 options for that now. So if remember, these 3 were 22, so I've either got 13 or 17 there. So I must have 6 or 10 there. Right, 6 or 10 there. Right, yeah, I've been going through quite a few things now. I've been focusing on on a few points. Maybe I should widen my search a bit for something. So 16, 16, 32, that's 55. So those three are 10 more than those two. If I've got 4, 7 in one of these 11 cages, I've got 6 there, I've got 2, 5, I've got to have 1 there. Let's try and follow that through. So 4, 7 in one of those. 6, 2, 5, 1, 9. 6, 1, 7, 2, 3. 8, 5, 9. Sorry, 4, 9, I beg your pardon. 4, 9. And 5, yeah, 5 there, because that plus that was 11. So 2, 3 in one of those. If I don't have 4, 7 in one of these 11 cages, the 4 and the 7 must go between those 3 cells. So I'd have 2, 3, 8, 9, 1, 6. And 4, 7, 5. So 2, 3... 2, 3, 8, 9, 1, 6, 4, 5, 7. So that would have to be 4, 5, 7 or 9. That's all that cell could be. Can I do something similar here? If I look at this set, I've got 82 there. So this plus this is 8 more than this. So 1, 5, I've got a total of 9 there. That would be 4, 5 or 7, 2. Right. 2 for 9 there. Sorry, 2 for 10 there, because that was 8 more. That was 82, so that was 8 more than that. So 2 for a total of 10. I couldn't have a total of 10 there, could I? So I can't have a 2 there, or the 4 that would have gone with it. 4 for a total of 12. So the large number has to go on top. So that'd be 4 with 7, 5. Or 5 for 13, which is 9, 9, 4. So let's go through this again. 1 for 9 there, which is 4, 5 or 7, 2, but not 5, 4 that way round. So 4, 5, 7, 4, 7, 5, 2. 4 there for a total of 12, which is 7, 5. 5 for a total of 13, which is 9, 4. So I couldn't have a 5 there. If I got a 5 there, I can't have 5 there. I can't have 1 there. So I'd have to have 12 or 13. With the 4, 5 there, I'd have to have 12, 13 between those two, which I can't have. So that one's not a 5. That's 4, 7 or 9. So I now know my 5 is either this one or this one. 5 either in the 7 cage, or if it's not in the 7 cage, that's the only place for a 5. If the 5 is there, it's 2, 5, so that would be 1. So 2, 5 there for 1 there, or the 5 there, not a 2 there. So that 5 cage is 1, 4. So that 11 cage isn't 4 and 7. That one's not a 1, that's not a 9. Let's look at these again now. So 1 for a total of 9 there. So 4, 5, 7, 2, or 5 for a total of 13, 9, 4. So all options seem possible. Right. Now I know I've got the 1, 5. This is 2 more than this. So that's 3 or 7. Is that helpful? Don't know. Right. 4, 7, 9, 3, 8, 6, 2, 5, 1. That all fits into place nicely. Or 2, 3, 8, 9, 1, 6, 5, and 4, 7 between those two. Right. Yeah, we're getting there. I've not looked at this set yet. I've got a set of 3 sticking out. 100. So those 3 add up to 10 between them. So nothing more than 7 to go in those. And I'll do the same on this side, because it's vertically symmetrical. 9, so nothing more than 6 can go in 3 cells in the same column that add up to 9. Right. I've been focused on these two left and right centre boxes for a while. 1, 2. Well, let's try. If I've got 1 there, I've got 3 there, so that's 1 and 2, and a total of 15 there, which could be 6, 9, or 7, 8. So if 1, 7, 8, 2, 9, I'd have to have a 4 there and a 5 there. 1, 7, 8, 2, 9, 4, 5. 1 and 6. Right. Yeah, not seeing. Don't see why not. 1, 6, 9. I've got 4 or 7 there. Could have either of them. Yeah. 5 and a total of 7 there, which give me a total of 11 there, not 5, 6. Yeah, that's a bit of a struggle. So, I mean, lots of options are still there. Right. Let's add. In fact, I can't add those, can I? I've got these bits on the side there. Okay, right. Yeah, what I was thinking probably wouldn't work. So this plus this was 7, and that is 23 with a 16 cage. So that plus that plus that plus that is 22. but I couldn't have this plus this is 11. So with all those being... Right, sorry, I think... Yeah, that's it. 23 there. Those 5 add up to 23. So those 4 add up to 22. But that plus that cannot be 11, because they each have a partner that adds them up to 11 directly underneath them. So that plus that can't add up to 11. So also that plus that cannot add up to 11. So if I've got 8 there, I can't have 3 there. So 8, 5. Again, I don't know how helpful this is going to be. 8, 5. I have to have a 7 there, because they're 6, 7, 9. So 4 or 7 there. Not an 8 there. Or maybe the 9, 4's. 9, 4 give me 2, 3 there straight away. If the 9's on the top, the 3 would have to go with it. So 9, because it can't... 9, 4 will give me 2, 3 there. If I've got 9 on the top, I can't have that plus that is 11. So it'd have to be 9, 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, 5 there, 6 there. I can't have that, so I can't have a 9 there at all. So 9, 4, I can't have that plus that is 11. So 9, 4, 3, 2. So with 4 and 2 there, this plus this are 5 and 6, which gives me a 5 there. And because this plus this add up to 7, I need a 2 there. So I can't have a 2 both there and there. So I can't have a 9 in that one. I can't have the 4 in that one that would have gone with it. Right. Can I eliminate... Can I eliminate the 3? With 3 there, I couldn't have 8 there. Let's just see what happens when I try a 3 there. So 3, 2, 1, 7... 4 or 5 there, 6 or 7 there. Okay, doesn't look as if anything's happening quickly on that one. Okay, there's got to be something there. And I've been going for nearly 40 minutes. I've not even got a solid cell in place yet. I've got a feeling everything's going to come at once with this one. So 9 is either here or here. So 6 there would give me 4, 9, 2, 3, 1, 7. 8 there, 5 there. So 6, 9. That is one. So that was 89, that set. So these two are one more than this one. So 6 there, 9 there, total of 10 there. Which has to be 8 and 2. And 4 there. 8, 2, 4, not 4, 7 there. So the 4 and 7 would have to be these two between them. 1 and 6 there, because they're 2, 3, 8, 9 between them, those 11 cages. 1, 6 there, 5 there. So 6 there, 5 there. 8 and 2. but I'd have a 7 there, so I'd have 4 and 7. So that's 4, 2, 3. And 4 there, and 4 is one of those two. Right, I can't rule anything out there. 9 there, 6 there, 5, 8 there, total of 7 between those, which is 3, 4, or 6, 1. In fact, what I have just worked out, with 9 there, I've got 4 or 7 there. With 6 there, let's go through the motions again. So 6, 9, 1, 7, 2, 3. I've got a total of 10 there, which has to be 8 and 2. If I've got 6 there, I can't have a 6 there. So 8, 2, 4, and not 4, 7 there. So this and this have to be 4 and 7 between them, whether I've got a 6 or a 9 there. So let's put those in. Let's take 4 and 7 out of that one. So 2, 3, 8, 9 for 1 and 6 there. And at long last, I've got some cell values. So 1 and 5 in that 6 cage, not 1 and 9 there, not 1 there, not 1 there. Right. So that means these two, so I had 47 between those. These two are 2 more than this one, 3, which must be 1 and 2. This is a total of 15, 6, 9 or 7, 8. So with 8s and 9s, well, yeah, 1 of 8 and 9 there, 1 of 8 and 9 there. So what can I have here? 4 would give me 15, 6, 9 or 7, 8. 7 a total of 12, which is not 5, 7. So 3, 9 or 4, 8. Right, so 2, 3, 8, 9 between those. I can't have a 6 there because I've got 1 there, or the 4 that would have gone with it. I must have a 1 as one of those two. In fact, I've got 1 or 2 there and 1 or 2 there. So that rules 2, 8 out of that 10 cage as well. So it's 3, 7 or 4, 6. So I've got 6 or 7 there and 6 or 7 there. Not 6 or 7 there. I can look at these now, once again. So I did work out 82. So those two are 8 more than that one. They must be 9. So 4, 5 or 7, 2. Not a 4 there. And that plus that was 6. So not a 2 there. Right. Does that help down this side now? So 89. These two are 1 more than this one. I've still got 2 options here. So 6. So 3, 4 or 6, 1. 9, 4, 6, 4. In fact, I can't have a 9 there, can I? I need a total of 10 there. The only total of 10 I got with a 9 there is 6 and 4. But I need a 6 there as well. So not a 9 there. That one's a 6. That one's a 9. The 13 cage is 5 and 8. So no 5s and 8s in there. No 6 either. There's 7, 9. A total of 7 there, without using 1 or 2, is 3 and 4. So no 3 or 4 there. Right, 3, 4. I've got 1s and 2s. I've got 3, 4, 3, 4. So no 4 there, because 3, 4 there, 3, 4 there. That's going to be 1 and 5, the 6 cage. So 2 and 1 that way round. So of 6, 7, 8, 9, I've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. I must have 6, 7, 8 or 9 there. So that can only be 5 or 6. So that plus that was, we said 7, didn't we? So 89, 6 plus 1 is 7, so not an 8 there. I've got an 8 there anyway. So not a 5 there because of that one. Right. So that plus that, I've been through these ones before, but let's look again. I've got 2 options for one of them, 3 for the other. 172, so that plus that is 8. That is 7 or 2, but not 6, and not 2 there. So I've got a 1, 6 pair there. So that's not a 1, that's not a 4. Right, so I've got 5 and 8 there, so no 5 there. So the 16 cage there won't contain 4 or 7. That won't contain 1 or 6. I've got a 9 in that row, so no 9 there. So let's do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 between those. But not a 6 on that bottom row because of that one. Right, can I cut down my options here? So 4, I could have 6, 7 or 8 to make that and that up to 15. Or 7, 3 or 4. I can't cut anything out. So there's got to be something. So whether I've got 4 or 7 there, the same number has to be one of those two now in this box. If I've got 4 there, I could still have 4 there. But if I've got 7 there, I need a 7 as one of those two. In fact, I need a 7 as one of those 3 anyway, because I've got 7 in that column and in that column. Right. I'm going to ask myself now, one of these 16 cages has to have a 9 in it. Which one? 9 there can't go 1, 6, but I could have 9 with 2, 5 or with 3, 4. 9, 3, 4, 2. I can't have 9, 3, 4 there because I've got 2 there and I've only got 8 between those two cells. So 9 there would have to be with 2, 5. 9, 2, 5, 8. I can't have 9 with 2, 5, can I? 9, 2, 5, 8. I'm only left with a 3 there. So my 9's got to be in this bottom one with 2 numbers adding up to 7, but not 4, 3. So 9, 1, 6 or 9, 2, 5. So I've got my 9 there. I can rule them out of the bottom of those 11 cages and rule the 2 out of that one. So the 5 may or may not be. 952 was an option there, or the 5 could be in this 16 cage. If I do have the 5 there, I've got 8 there and 3, 9 there and 1, 6 there. I could have 5, 4, 7 there. 5, 4, 7, 1, 6, 9 and 2, 3, 8. Okay, or 2, 5, 9. I couldn't have 2, 5, 9 there, could I? Because I've got 2, 5, 9. I've got 8, and I've only got a 3 left for those two. So 9 not with 2. 1, 6, 9. I then need the 5 in this one. I did just say what goes with it. It's not 9, 2. It's not 6, 5. It's not 3, 8. It's got to be 5, 4, 7 there. So 4s and 7s out of that, and 6 as well. So 2, 3, 8 on that row. So that's going to be a 6, a 1, a 7, a 6, a 1, a 4. So that's going to be 2 and 3 for this 5 cage. That's a 5, that's a 1. So I've got a 4 in that column. I've got a 4 there. Right. I've got a 6 in that column now. Let's fill the rest of this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. So 4, 5, 7, 8. Not 5 or 7 there. So that's got to be 4 or 8. I'm short of options here now. I need 15 between those. So I'm going to have 8 and 7. So no 7s there. No 7s there. No 8 there. Right, so that plus that is 10. I've got to have 2 and 8. And that's 20 and 3. I've got 6 and 9 in that column, so that's a 1 there. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 to make up this row. Not a 5 there. 2, 3, 4, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. However, with a 9 there, I need... Well, I've got a 9 there, so that's not 9. So for 17, it is going to be 2, 3, 4, 8. Um, 3, 4, 6, 7. I've got a 4 there, so that's a 7, that's a 4. So that's my 4 in that cage. No 4 there. Right, so no 7 there. So my 7 now is known to be one of these two. I need a 7 there in this box. So that's 7, 8. 1, 2, 7, 8 there. So the 10 cage is going to be 4 and 6. So that's 3 and 4. And 9 and 7. And that's 8 and 7. No 4 there. So 2, 3, 5, 9 is my 19. I've got a 9 in that row, so 2, 3, 5 there. My 9 must go here. I've got a 5 in that column, so I've got 2 or 3 there. I've got 2 or 3 there. So 8 or 9 along with 4. And of course the 7 that's already there. That's those. I've got a 9 in this box, so 6 and 5 like that, and 2, 3 pair there now, so that's a 4. Two, 3 pair there, so a 5 there. So I should know what I've got here. I've got 6, 8 and 9 to fill up that column. No 8 there. 4, 5, 7, so that's 1 and 2, 3. That plus that was 6, that's 5. 2 or 3 there, 2 or 3 there. No 3 there. So 7, 1, 6. So that's 14. I need 11 more there. It's not going to be 4, 7. It could be 8, 3 or 9, 2. So I've now got a 2, 3 pair there. 2, 3, 8, 9 quad there. So no 8, 9. That's 4, 7 there. Another couple add up to 11. I'm only left with 3 and 8. So that's 2, that's 9. That one's 3 and 8. So there gone. That's 2, 9. So 3, 2, 8, 3, 5, 8. I've got a 4 in that column, a 7 in that column, a 5 in that column. Right, I've got a 5 in that row, but I've eliminated the wrong thing. 5 in that row, 4, 7 there. So 4, 7 pair there. So I want 14 without using 1, 4, 5, 7. So I could have 9, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. I could have 8. Could I have 8, 2, 4? I've got all of 8, 2, 4 there. So it's not 8, 2, 4. 7, I can't use 4 or 7. 6, I need a total of 8 without using 7 or 5. Can't have that. That's the only way I can have 14 in the bottom row of that. So 3, 2, 9. So that's not 9. That's not 3. So that's 6. Deadly pattern. I've got 4, 7 there. I can't have 4, 7 there because I could just interchange them. So that one's going to be a 5. That's a 7. That's a 4. A 7. A 4. So 4, 5, 6 is 15 and 8 is 24. Sorry, 9 and 9 is 24. I said it wrong. I did it right. Okay, let's do these now. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but not 7, 8 on that row, not 4, 5 on that row. Let's do the columns. Not a 1 there, not 7 or 8 there. So 6 has gone now. So 1 and 6 there. So there's 7 and 8. I've got a 3 on that row, so 2, 3. I've got a 1 in that column, so I've got 4, 5, 7. I've got a 5 in that column, so that's 4, 5. So 4 there, 7, 8, 7, 5, 4, 6 there, so that's 9 and that's 6. Oh, right, and a bit to do here still. So that got a 3 in that column, 2, 3, 2, 3. Phew, right, that took a long time to do. It was only a level 9 as well, but it felt pretty hard. So I hope you found that useful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.